G'day mates, in today's video I'm going to be covering the topic that is absolutely waging war in the Fortnite scene right now. You've probably already seen it. Should building return to Fortnite? We have people like Ninja, Laserbeam, Cypher PK, Nick A30, all the big guys weighing in, and it is causing an absolute war right now. But a lot of you guys who are enjoying the no building Fortnite might actually be happy to know, and those of you guys who aren't enjoying it might be scared to know the building might actually not be coming back in a week. It could actually be far longer into the season due to this new theory from the community that I actually think might be true. This is a crazy topic. I can't wait to talk about it. Let's just jump into it. Just quickly, before we jump into today's video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to today's sponsor, TikTok. You guys already know what TikTok is, but in case you somehow missed it, they are the world's leading short video app platform. I'm on there. I've been posting a bunch of content on there. I spend so much time on TikTok. I'm sure you guys do as well, but a lot of people, while they're scrolling TikTok and enjoying all the content, don't realize that TikTok actually has an extremely exciting rewards program, which allows you to earn points by signing up to TikTok, watching videos, and signing up your friends. And that's what I'm going to be explaining today, because you're going to get free stuff for using TikTok. You can even earn points by taking part in surveys, and you don't have to just use that to buy gift cards, which, I mean, you're going to get free stuff for being on TikTok. You can even donate that money to charity for any of the charities that are participating in this very awesome program. Getting set up with TikTok rewards could not be any simpler. Click the link in the description down below if you haven't already downloaded TikTok. Open it up, you'll see the TikTok rewards button on your screen, or go to your profile and click in the top left. Once there, you can see how you can answer surveys, invite your friends. The more surveys you do, the more friends you invite, the more rewards you get. TikTok rewards is only available for a limited time in Australia and Canada, so make sure you jump on, get involved now, because you can earn free rewards and donate to your favorite charities using your favorite app. It is just that simple. Make sure you click the link in the description down below, download TikTok, get on and start earning your rewards. Does building belong in Fortnite? This is a question and a topic I never thought I would be addressing. I can't believe we're here, but we are, and you've probably seen why it is. It all kicked off, especially for me, when I saw this clip from Ninja.
Building needs to be, I truly think it needs to fall off. It needs to be like maybe competitive only, maybe. It needs to be the secondary. This needs to be the primary. Keep catering to this style of Fortnite to be mainstream.
Ninja isn't alone in his opinion here as well. We have a lot of massive content creators weighing in on this one. We had Tfue tweeting out, Fortnite without building should be a permanent thing. Dr. Disrespect even responding, it was actually fun. Thought I'd never say that about Fortnite. Even Nate Hill and X Pro weighing in, saying that Fortnite without building feels like a whole different game, and he's loving it. We have Nick A30 saying it needs to make a no building a permanent mode. Again, I want to talk about that mode in a second. We had PK kind of weighing in, or more just kind of observing how ridiculous this whole argument is, because everyone's freaking out, and these tweets have like 47,000 likes, 73,000 likes, 10,000 likes for Dr. Disrespect. We had Laserbeam weighing in on the other side of things, one of the few content creators saying he doesn't like the no building, said no building in Fortnite is the worst thing to ever happen to humanity. I mean, a little bit ridiculous, and I mean, honestly, right now, the way the arguments are going on, people are literally debating it like it is the worst thing to ever happen before. But I just want to make sure Ninja's not alone in his opinion. There's a lot of content creators and an overwhelming amount of people who agree with them, and that's what started this giant debate, and I feel like it has been an absolute nightmare to deal with. If you guys are kind of like me and you see both sides and you agree on why a no building mode in Fortnite has been so popular, but you also still love Fortnite, been playing it a lot, and you like the competitive side of things, it's been exhausting to look at. And a few things I want to touch on. A no building mode, I think that is the best way that Fortnite can go about this in the future. If people are really this confident they're going to stick around and play Fortnite and they absolutely love it, and it's going to be the best new thing again without building, then it should be its own mode, because they're going to take it out in 6 to 7 days, and there's going to be a huge player base who are going to be really upset. And even though I personally do not like playing Fortnite without building, the building is what hooked me in. I absolutely love it. I fully understand why these people are enjoying it. I would argue that potentially it would get boring after a while, but it would only get boring after a while if Fortnite didn't cater to that community, and that's what I want to make this topic. Epic and Fortnite are getting so many opportunities right now to really kind of split up their player bases in a good way and give them what they're asking for and keep everyone happy. If Fortnite got its own non-building mode that had weapons that catered to non-building, they had like mobility items to get around to kind of make the no building, still feel fun but not too annoying. They had a map that was based around no building, so you could actually have more cover, more areas to kind of have the cool mantling and the sprinting. It could be amazing. I would argue that Fortnite is going to need constant updates to keep no building fun though, because when you've got a game where it's only gunplay and the gunplay itself, while being fun, because Fortnite kind of has always that little bit of a charm to it, it's not as skillful. It's a bloom-based game. It's not even a skillful version of aim in a lot of ways. Like, even though I know obviously with a lot of the guns reducing bloom these days, you got the, you know, the red dots on the burst rifle, the SMGs now have less bloom and more recoil. It isn't a game with the in-depth gunplay of, let's say, something like Counter-Strike or Valorant or even potentially Apex. So that's the only thing I'd argue, is I really truly want to see if these players would stick around and still keep enjoying the game for months or years and have their own mode. It really should be its own mode, because there are a lot of people, unfortunately, right now who are in the middle, who are casual players, who, you know, they don't play arena, they don't want to play in tournaments, but they do love playing Fortnite, who still want to build, who have absolutely no option. I know you're thinking, oh, they can just go play arena, but unfortunately, arena didn't do a reset this season. There is a preseason right now, so the queue times are very, very long at the bottom end of arena, because people have had over 100 days to get their arena points. As we've discussed in this channel many times, the competitive and arena ranked mode is not very balanced. These players will go from versing, I think, 0 to 2,000 point players who will be, you know, around their skill level. You know, there'll be a bit of building, and, you know, some players will be okay, but nothing crazy. 2 to 4, I think 5,000 will ramp up a lot. But if they get above 5,000 points, they are versing professional players. They're versing Mr. Savage, they're versing Polarized, they're versing Noah Riley, who are dropping 30 bombs in solos. It's just not a good progression right now. So I think if the building gets taken out of pubs and it has its own game mode, and then the building comes back to pubs, so that player group is happy, and then arena. And that's the last part I wanted to talk about, because there's a lot of people in the community who are taking out their hatred and frustration at Epic right now on the players who are returning to the game and loving it. I've seen TikToks, I'm sure you've seen them as well, of people talking about how now the sweaty sweats can't build the Taj Mahal after being shot once, so I'm dropping 20 bombs. And like, then you've seen other people responding, it's because now there's no building, so there's no skill ceiling, you just suck, and now you suck the league. You've probably seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It has not been handled in a good way, and I think the reason for that is the comp community and the players who have been improving at the game a lot feel like they're pretty underappreciated right now, and I think that's fair to say. They've spent the last season, you know, complaining or trying to give their feedback. The spray meta isn't good for competitive, the SMGs aren't fun, and then Epic responded by putting an even stronger SMG in the game and leaving the old one in. Still not nerfed. So you can see why the players who have been playing the game for a long time are frustrated. I kind of fall into that category as well. Even though I'm not the best, I do like to improve at Fortnite. I put some time into creative, and I like to get better just for the sake of getting better. I have no desire to compete, but when the developers don't really listen to that player base, and it feels like they're only catering towards casuals and people who haven't played the game in a while, it gets frustrating. But those players coming back to the game have raised over 50 million USD for the Ukraine relief. That is insane. Fortnite Twitch is higher than what it was during FNCS Grand Finals, just because of all the new content creators coming back. It is clearly so good for the game, but I'm gonna finish off by making the statement I always make. Why does it have to be one or the other? Why is it always this debate between casual and competitive? Why can't Epic now just make it, even if it's gonna be popular, a no build mode that has its own development, it has its own guns, it has its own game mode, it has everything balanced towards that, then a casual game like pubs that has building, some fun crazy stuff but not too much, and then the arena and competitive scene, and they actually make it competitive and they make it a higher skill ceiling and listen to the comp community. Why does it always feel like only one group is being listened to? And then maybe now next season we'll go into a sweaty meta, whereas everything the comp players wanted, and then the casuals are gonna be miserable, which is just as sad. I'm so sick of having this same conversation I have on all my videos. Why can't Epic just make everyone happy? Because I truly think they can. I actually don't think it's that hard, or I want to at least see them try. I want to at least see them kind of cater towards the comp community a bit more right now. Maybe don't put a tank in competitive. Maybe don't have an item that instantly breaks builds and means that you can't build anything. Maybe don't have 2 SMGs in the game when people were complaining about 1 SMG. You know what I mean? It just feels like Epic always picks one community they cater towards and then completely neglect and forget about the other. There are some theories going around, and they have a lot of merit to them, showing that Fortnite might be kind of doing a bit of both right now. If you've noticed, when you open up the Fortnite map, there is the red and the blue circles. It is the IO versus the 7 kind of areas and what zones they control. It looks like just normal kind of warfare stuff, but a lot of people theorizing that actually at the end of the 9 days, you're only going to be able to build in the 7 areas and not in the IO areas. And then eventually those 7 areas are going to expand, and then you can build on the entire map. And this theory actually actually holds up pretty well. If you got to remember, iFireMonkey showed a bunch of the audio files and the challenges around no building, and we assumed building would come back in the game in week 2 because all the challenges were for week 1, and because the audio files talk about how we restore building at the end. But potentially, do we just only restore building in those 7 areas, and then they're going to slowly expand out, and then we'll get building on the whole map? And this could be a really interesting way to see how far it's pushed with the no building in Fortnite. It would be upsetting for players right now who want to play pubs and want to be able to build but don't want to play arena because it's even longer with the no building. But for you guys who might be absolutely loving the no building, this could be how Fortnite's going to test it and see how popular it is. Maybe in 3 or 4 weeks time, when there's only this majority building on the map, there's a little bit of no building left, more people leave, and maybe they can then make it its own game mode. I don't know, but there is a lot of really good theories, and if you ask me, it makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised if they just add building back in week 2. I'm not going to say this is like 100% going to happen, but when I first heard this theory, I was like, wait a second, that actually makes a lot of sense. Don't worry, I got another video coming out soon looking at a whole bunch of the crazy new plays you guys can do with mantling, the new cow catchers, all that kind of stuff. But I did really want to cover this in its own video. It felt weird to go from talking about all that to then being like, look at this cool mantling place. That'll be in a video soon, I promise, don't worry. All right, guys, that does it for another video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please chuck a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one.